So hello, I'm Ray. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about healing stress. I share everything that I've learned over the past 10 years, how to heal stress for good. Today I want to talk a little bit about affirmations, because one of the most powerful things that I've learned to do in my healing journey is to use my voice. I will be honest and say that when I first started using affirmations early on in my healing journey, I really didn't get on with them at all. I found it really difficult, really embarrassing, and that tells you a lot already. If you're somebody, and perhaps this resonates, that really struggles using affirmations or believing if they work, or feeling that when you're saying an affirmation, there's already part of you that's resisting it or saying, nah, this doesn't work for me. And that's already going to determine whether an affirmation works or not, because belief and what you think are essential in that. And of course, part of that process is changing what you feel, what you think, what you believe. When I started to use affirmations, I would just say them as if I were repeating what I had been told to say. Not really understanding whether they worked or not, but it was just almost like parrot-like fashion. And really we're missing something fundamental here, and that's the conscious connection that I talk about so much. That's being present in the body. And it's really about your nervous system and how your body is receiving what it is you're saying. You're not just saying something and throwing it out there. You're saying something intentionally, in presence, in a way that you can receive it, in a way that your body can reflect back to you how much truth that affirmation holds for you. And this is how I've learned to use affirmations differently. It's not a way to convince myself or to even change the way that I'm talking, because unless there's a resonance with what you're saying, you're literally working against something that is much stronger and much more ingrained belief about yourself, about life. What I've learned to do, and what I'd like to share with you, is to use affirmations not only as a way to create an experience, a reality, whether life, health, wealth, in every sense, to use affirmations in this way, but also as part of the healing process. And again, it's really important that you're consciously connected, you're very present in the body when you're using an affirmation, that you're not just parrot-like saying it, as if, this is what I need to say, I love myself. It's really being present. So in that way, as you use an affirmation, you can get the feedback from your body. Your body will react or respond. And this is, again, part of the conversation, that dialogue that you have with the body, being very present, tuned in, listening in that sense of what is the body communicating. You can try this now. If you just get a sense of your physical presence, the weight of your body, wherever you're sitting in this moment as you're listening to me. And again, it can help to just be aware of the breath. You don't need to change anything. You can do this while you're drinking a cup of tea. It doesn't have to be a meditation or a formal exercise. Again, this is about being present in the moment by moment. Okay, being able to respond to what you feel in the moment. Okay, and you can bring your hands to your body if this helps as well. It's about coming into that conscious connection, not just in the mind, the head, the thoughts, overwhelm. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic today. Being very present in the body, and you're starting to get a sense of what it is you're feeling, even if it's just the weight of your body or the sense of, the clothes that you're wearing. As you're coming deeper within, you're going to be able to connect with more subtle sensations, perhaps tingling, heat, colds, or the more obvious sensations that we can feel with stress, tension, discomfort, sometimes pain, irritation, all the emotional sensations too. But really it's about being present and being aware of what it is you're feeling. Now, this is the first step. Before you start to use affirmations, make sure you're in that conscious connection with your body. And this is how it can become a very powerful part of the healing process. So we're not just using them as something we say. We're talking to the body, talking to yourself. The body and yourself are very intimately connected, okay? So as you use an affirmation, and we'll use a classic, I love myself. I love my body. You can try this out already. As you're connected in your body, just see how your body responds to that statement of truth. How much truth does that statement hold? Because your body will show you. As you say, I love myself, I love my body, what does your body tell you about that statement? And as you feel whatever your body is communicating, you bring your attention to that. Okay? So we're not trying to force that affirmation to be true. There may be some part of you that resists it or doesn't believe it, and that's okay. Again, as I say in all my audios and exercises, we're not trying to force anything, okay? We're in that conscious connection, in presence, observing, responding, okay? And that's enough. Your presence is enough. You're bringing your attention to whatever you feel. I know when I first said, I love myself, my gut did a flip, my heart contracted, everything was saying, no, you don't. And I felt it, and I didn't know what to do with it at first. I didn't know what to do with it at all, but now I do. It's respond, be present with that. Be curious. Okay, what is it my body's showing me? And we don't need to decipher the exact message. It's enough to respond with your attention, your focus of your mind, your presence, be there. And in this way, you can use affirmations. And in this way, you can use affirmations not only as a creative modality to affect change in your health, your life as a whole, but as part of the healing process. Yeah? You're using it to see where or how much that statement holds truth. And you can keep on using that statement, I love myself, I love my body. And your body will show you where that's not true. Okay, where in the body is there a contraction around that statement? What is it you might feel? Is there a shame? I know I felt a lot of shame when I was working with that, learning to love myself unconditionally. But now I can sit here in front of you and say, I love myself. I think I'm amazing. And that's not in the egoic sense. And that means that I've been able, using this process, to heal all the shame I felt around that, around who I am, who I was, who I thought I was, I should say. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to sit here and say that in front of you. And I wish that for you too, that you can use affirmations, use your voice. Again, you're freeing yourself, you're freeing your voice, everything that we've learned to suppress and stress. Really, as we're learning to use affirmations in this way, you have to be very intentional. And you have to, what it will do is show you where you hold these contradictory beliefs, or where there's inner conflict, or where there's resistance. And again, you bring your awareness to where you feel that in the body. And there's no judgment, although you might feel the need to judge yourself for whatever you're feeling. Again, we're letting go of the need to judge and understanding that your ability to respond to what you feel, to what you need, is healing. Your presence is enough. And there's so much more I could say about affirmations and how we intentionally speak to ourselves, speak about our lives, our experience. And there's a beautiful, I mean, it really resonated with me when I realized this. It kind of hit home. There was this synchronistic moment for me in my awareness about the word abracadabra, which means as I speak, I create, which I think is just totally, utterly beautiful. And I feel that. I feel the power of my voice and the power of my words as I speak to myself, as I speak to you, as I speak about my life. And I use this every day to create very consciously what it is I wish to experience. Understanding that perhaps there's a gap between the truth that my body has held at a certain point about self-love or anything, and that the affirmation is the intention. This is what I wish to experience. And I kept on returning to what I was feeling in my body until these two things, myself and the affirmation, became a resonant match. Okay? So I hope that's helpful. I can feel it. There's something very expansive I feel in my heart center. So I really hope you feel that too. And as always, I'd love to hear what you have experienced from this post, if it resonates, but also what you feel about affirmations. If you struggle with them, if you've had positive experiences, please do feel free to share in the comments below. Okay. So as always, thank you for being here. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm blown away. This is just so amazing. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next post.